Welcome to the 2022 Creative Vitality Summit. My name is Taniqua Broughton. My pronouns are she, her, and I am the chair of WestStaff. The creative economy has been a focus of WestStaff during my tenure with the organization. It's been over 18 years, and we have evolved this work greatly over this time. I am a creative entrepreneur, the founder and CEO of Verb Simone Consulting. I leverage my work in the arts and culture community to serve organizations across industries. The creative economy is a space I work in every day. I know firsthand how important it is to be confident in your skills and to understand your industry, your product, and the constantly changing market. I don't think anyone can successfully navigate the creative economy without this awareness and a strong emphasis on building lasting relationships. I am committed to the idea of inclusive prosperity in and through my work at WestStaff and beyond. I firmly believe that our society cannot meet its full growth and development potential without understanding and acting upon the merits of equity, inclusion, belonging, and justice. In this second year of the Creative Vitality Summit, you will hear from a range of artists, cultural organizations, creative entrepreneurs, and innovators in arts and technology who will share a desire to design a more inclusive, equitable, creative economy. These individuals are literally creating new models in real time today. Thank you for joining us to hear from them and engaging with them. We hope that this discussion that we'll have over the next few days will inspire all of us to imagine new futures, create new systems, and liberate resources in ways that we can meet the needs and aspirations of our changing communities in the West, Pacific, and beyond. In short, our charge is to imagine, create, and liberate. It is my honor to serve WestStaff and support the work of each of you. I'm going to turn it over to WestStaff's Executive Director, Christian Gaines, to welcome you as well.
Thank you, Taniqua, and welcome again, everyone. My name is Christian Gaines, and my pronouns are he, him, his. We are grateful for your time and your engagement with this summit. I just want to take a few moments to thank our partners, Root of Two, Third Way Creative, Art.coop, Rowan Horse Consulting, Crux, the Knight Foundation, and Lost Eden Gallery, who have all worked with us on a co-design team since April of this year to collaboratively develop this experience for all of us. I'd also like to thank WestStaff Deputy Director David Holland and Marketing and Communications Director Leah Horn for their leadership in managing a complex event taking place on and offline. Your teams have done a fantastic job partnering on the planning and execution of this event. This is the second year of our Creative Vitality Summit, and you'll find, if you were able to attend last year, that it has evolved. Our field is constantly changing, and we are seeking to be adaptable, responsive, and accountable to what our many friends and collaborators tell us is the most essential and vital in this moment. This year's program highlights how entrepreneurs and innovators are truly actualizing transformation. They are not waiting for change, but are creating new systems, new models, and new ways of thinking and organizing right now. Their work is emergent, it's inspirational, and it's palpable. The creative economy is a critical area of focus for WestStaff. This is reflected in our Creative Vitality Suite service and the creative economy research and consulting work that we have been doing in recent years. This summit is a way of extending this work and contributing to a growing community of practice that aims to move beyond concepts to policy, practice, and systems change. Please enjoy the discussions and dialogues over the next 3 days. And thanks again for joining us for the 2022 Creative Vitality Summit.
Hello, I'm David Holland, Deputy Director at WestAF, and I use he, him pronouns. Thanks again for joining us for year 2 of the Creative Vitality Summit, a conference on the creative economy. I'll start by thanking our co-design team by name: Cezanne Charles, Root of Two, Randy Engstrom, Third Way Creative, Marina Lopez, and Shruti Suryana Rayanan, Art.coop, Abdil Lopez, Roan Horse Consulting, Lauren Ruffin, Crux, Coven Smith, Knight Foundation, Moana Pelele Ho-Ching, Lost Eden Gallery. I appreciate the community we built to generate this experience and the compassion and humanity we demonstrated as many of us face challenges, personal and professional, and transitions during this planning process. This team has put together a program of 21 speakers across 5 panels: digital transformation, decolonizing methodologies, civic imagination, liberatory investment models, and technologies of friendship and solidarity. I'd also like to thank my colleagues Cynthia Chen, Cameron Green, Samantha Ortega, Natalie Sherlong, Ashanti McGee, Justine Chappell, and Leah Horn for your commitment to being a team. I especially want to honor my colleague and co-pilot, Moana Pelele Ho-Ching, whose hand and heart you'll see all over this event. Like many other individuals and groups, we at WestAF are experimenting with and learning from collective work, coalition work. As singer, song leader, civil rights activist, and scholar, Dr. Bernice Johnson Reagan, who I learned about in my Art.coop cohort earlier this year, says, "Coalition work is some of the most dangerous work you can do, and you shouldn't look for comfort." While comfort is definitely not assured, we do find solidarity and community in coalition work. What we can build together in coalition is one of the through lines of all of the discussions that will make up this conference experience. Another through line is technology. And again here, I will quote Bernice, who said this about tech. 100 years ago in this country, we were just beginning to heat up for the century we're in. And the name of the game in terms of the dominant energy was technology. We have lived through a period where there have been things like railroads and telephones and radios, TVs and airplanes and cars and transistors and computers. And what this has done to the concept of human society and human life is, to a large extent, what we in the latter part of this century have been trying to grapple with. With the coming of all that technology, there was finally the possibility of making sure no human being in the world would be unreached. You couldn't find a place where you could hide if somebody who had access to that technology wanted to get to you. Before the dawning of that age, you had all these little cute villages and the wonderful homogeneous societies where everybody looked the same, did the same things, and believed the same things. And if they didn't, you could just kill them and nobody would even ask you about it. We have crossed the century, and we do ask about it today as we seek inclusion and justice today. In this century, we see both a clinging to homogeneity and the emergence of collective solidarity on perhaps a scale unprecedented in human history. The creative economy, for what that term is worth, is a space in which we are mediating, imagining, and experimenting with life and society using not only mechanistic technology, but also ancestral technology and human technologies like those our friends at Art.coop call the technologies of friendship and solidarity. We also use the very human technologies of art, of creativity, of imagination. And in this area, we and creative communities are considering what civic imagination might mean. As a deep pragmatist, I know all of this might sound otherworldly and incredibly idealistic to some, but I challenge you, as I challenge myself, to be willing to imagine, to create, and to liberate. The world of the future very much exists today. Let's take a moment to step back and really consider what's possible. Thank you again for joining us.